YouTubers, welcome here to Rhino CCF Hunting. We have Cambry here. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hey, YouTubers.
Hey, YouTubers.
Say hope you're enjoying our coins.
Yeah, and Santa's coming
Santa's
soon.
coming soon, but we're hunting, right? So what we're hunting for this time, we're going to go through a box of $25 in pennies right now. So we want to show you that this is a closed out box. We're very fortunate we have banks where I can get bags of coins for now until they stop saying. Some banks are saying no. My other ones are still saying yes, so we'll continue on those. But let's do an unboxing on this one. We're going to show you the enders, and then we will cut back into the results for you. But we'll go ahead and work on trying to open this up.
Are you open?
Joe's Crab Shack.
Hey, that wasn't. Oh, hey, okay. So we have some good darks in there.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's
Perfect.
take a
Can you
look
scoot over?
at the ends. I'm going to look first real quick.
This one's first.
I am looking right now for Flying Eagles, Indian head
And
pennies,
this one's a copper.
or wheats. And right now I'm not showing anything on the ends. You can definitely take a look there. We can get a good focus on that.
The focus is beautiful right now.
Great. And then let me see if I can medically, there we go, do this. Let's take a look on the
Wow,
backs of
that's
these ones.
just so skilled right
Oh,
now.
yeah, right. It was the box. I'm
And
not
this
taking. Okay,
one's-
wait. Just one sec. Let me take a peek first.
He does.
Right now, just one second, please. And right now, I am not showing anything on the enders, but we'll take a look and we will go ahead and cut back in when we do find anything in there. All right, everybody, have a good one. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, I just want to go ahead and give you an update as I'm shelling out these pennies. Normally I don't. If you take a look over here, I have a bag of pennies. Go ahead and pan down. And so what I'll actually do is I'll go through, like I told you before, and I'll sort through and sort the Lincoln Memorials out, and I'll flip them over. And I came up upon this, and this is absolutely why I did it. And let me take a look here. This is a 1905. Look at the condition of that Indian head. Now this is from the same bank that I have bought 2 boxes of pennies from. This is the second box. So I'm going to actually go in and see if I can buy more. I don't know if somebody dumped stuff from their collection or did whatever, and then they were re-rolled and then sent back out to the banks. But this is the second one from the same bank that I have found searching this way through unwrapping. And it takes a long time. I like going through bags because people are dumping their personal collection. So, man, that's a beautiful find there. So I'm going to set that there. So 1905.
It's focusing. It's just the shadow.
It's your arm. That's the shadow. There you go.
That's the phone.
And then to kind of show you over here what we're at the moment, we have a few wheats that we found. And I am holding out these 99s here. We have a Canadian, another wheat. I think that's, I don't know if that's a bicentennial, but this is a Canadian. I don't know what that is. But I researched, and then 4 of those. So we have 2 wheats. My gosh, what a find there. 1905 Indian head. But look at the condition on that. Beautiful shape. And then, of course, a couple Canadians. I'm still sorting through, so like as I say, I'll go ahead and toss out the zincs. And I'll throw them off to the side, and then I'm just flipping and looking. And then what I'll actually do is once I get them situated, I'll just kind of keep you on with me for a moment, because then we're going to sort and I'm going to show you how we look at the copper, look for the copper later. Sometimes you got to make sure you stick to the same routine so you don't put them in the wrong piles. Okay, so what I'll actually do here is I'll go ahead and I will remove out the zincs, and I'll put them in their bucket. That's going back to the bank. These are potential copper, so I'm looking for pre-82, so 1982s and older. I've already pulled out the wheats, found an Indian head, unbelievable. We're right now, we have about 18 more rolls to go in this, and then we'll be back in touch with you soon and let you know if we find anything else.
There's the final shot of the Indian head. Let me get the autofocus going. Focus on it in a second. Let's get a first focus like that. There we go. Let me zoom in. There you go. All right, well.
All right, guys. We'll catch you soon.
Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so we're back. So this is Steve and Chambray here with Rhino CCF Hunting. Hey, we just want to let you know, so just to give you a quick update, we ended up finishing out with 4 of those 99s up at the top. Looks like we finished with 3 wheats. Let that autofocus. Finished and found a beautiful 1905 Indian head. And we finished with a 1960 and a 19... What is that? 19, I don't know. We've got a couple olds. A 1966 and a 1950, is it? Canadian. And a bicentennial Canadian. So what we're going to do now is we've sorted out. So we have all of the coins right now sorted. So in this bucket here should be non-copper, which we'll return to the bank. And then this one should be copper. We're going to show you how our machine works. So we do hand feed it through. And Chambry's going to go ahead and demonstrate. She's going to start dropping them. So she's dropping those in there as they fall into the bucket that you see that they're falling into at the moment. That is letting us know right now that there is less zinc, which is why it's dropping in the copper side, because the machine detects zinc, and then if it has more zinc, it will kick off into the other bucket. So she'll continue to kind of...
Is this one
the copper?
the copper?
Yep, it is, yep. Oh. So one kicked out, which is fine.
Got one wrong. Oh no.
Oh, no. Whoa. Sometimes it'll kick out 2 and 3, so what will happen is whatever kicks out in that bucket I'll search through, but I have noticed once in a while if one goes through 2, 3, or 4, even if they are copper, will follow for some reason, but we'll check them out. But remember, not all 1982s are 95% copper. So that's why we do this, and then we make sure we are stowing and putting away the right amount of copper. So
does the machine just know when it's copper?
Well, inside the machine, we have a wheat back loaded in there. So it reads it, and then it says, oh, there's very little zinc. And so when a penny goes through, like you just did, it will say, oh, this one has more zinc than the wheat back, and it will kick it in the one bucket. Or it'll say it doesn't have that same amount of zinc, and then it will kick it out, and then that's what we call copper.
Wow. So they don't use copper anymore because it was expensive, right?
Yes.
And now they use zinc because it's expensive.
Less expensive for now, but things are starting to rise in precious metals and stuff, so.
Technology is just weird.
It is weird.
It's just becoming bigger and everybody's thinking new ideas like every day. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Soon enough we're going to have flying cars.
No, it's crazy.
So we have a couple.
Kicked out in that
about
bucket.
10 or 12 or something, and the zinc.
The zinc's the other one. Yeah, that's the ones we return. Now remember, there is the no melt rule. So right now, we're not allowed to melt off any of the copper. And obviously, Keanu's very interested in what's going on.
Oh my God, yeah. I think my dad's creation is very awesome. He's very
Like Jerry Rigby.
DIY, and
Yeah.
I think he'd be good at DIY.
Keanu wants up in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop right there, so we don't have to go through the whole bucket, but do me a favor. Let's lift the top off.
At the top.
Yep, just go ahead and set it aside. And then right here, this will show in that bucket is the copper. And in this bucket, it's telling us it's not copper. Do me a favor, pull those pennies out of that one. And then read to me the
date?
years.
Oh, the years.
The dates. Please.
Where's,
Do you need a magnifier?
this one is 1976.
Okay, that goes in the copper bucket.
1975.
In the copper bucket.
1963.
Copper bucket.
So is it wrong or something?
Like I say, sometimes when it finds one, it'll make the next 3 coins or 4 coins kick out wrong.
Oh. Okay.
So this is just to catch
This
errors.
one is 1971.
Copper.
1975.
Okay. Copper.
Copper. So how do you know when there's zinc? Would it be the year 2000?
It'd be some 1982s or newer.
Okay. 1975, so that's on there. 1972. Move out of the way. 1971. 1972. 1973 and 1969.
Okay. So it looks like they're all copper. So sometimes it'll read through. Definitely not a perfect machine, but definitely helps when sorting. So we're going to go ahead and cut off for now, and I'll give you final results when I've tallied them and we've put all of this coin through the machine. We're going to go ahead and do the remainder of that bucket, and then we're also going to go ahead and double check the zinc bucket, all of those, just to make sure we didn't miss anything. Keanu, what do you want to say?
It's so cute.
Cute cat. All right, guys. Okay, so we'll check in with you later. Love you, Chambry. Bye. Hey, YouTubers. It's Steve here with Rhino CCF. Just wanted to give you a final update regarding that box of pennies that we went through. Right now, I'm taking a look here. We'll come on in, and first, let's go ahead and go to the copper. So here's the copper that we sorted out. When we went through the machine, as I gave the example in this video, it did kick out some 82s. So again, we know up until I think it was September of 82 is when they started converting over to the zinc. So some 82s are not copper; they're zinc mixed in. So we kicked those out, and right now this is kind of what we pulled out. So let's turn on the scale here. And let's go ahead and just get a total on that. Okay, so almost about 5.1 ounces. So coming over here, taking a look at the progress of what we did. So for November 15th, one box of pennies. Silver right now is trading roughly at about the $16.98 mark. Copper is at about $3.04 a pound. And the old copper that I have saved up is about 61 pounds. New copper here about 5.1 ounces, 5 pounds 1 ounces. So a total of about 66 pounds, almost 67. If I went in and actually took a look at the actual value, if we were able to melt, coming over here. We're looking right now roughly at about 193.77, and that breaks down 95% copper of that weight is roughly about 63.62 pounds. So pretty good. So we'll just keep kind of holding on and keep mining, copper mining and holding on to it, and waiting for that time. The other thing here to take a look at on the foreign coins, we found a beautiful 1950 Canadian penny, a 1966 Canadian, a bicentennial Canadian. In wheats, we found a 1957, a 52D, and a 57D, and of course that beautiful 1905. It is in excellent condition Indian head penny. What I am noticing right now from bank boxes of coins, I'm noticing right now that, yeah, you're going to see some cool things circulated in there. A lot less foreign coins, and a lot less wheats I'm noticing versus what is dumped in bank coin machines, where when I buy them by the bag of coins instead of the box of coins, I'm seeing tons of wheat, more copper, more foreign coins, obviously some weird tokens and things like that in there too. But again, it's just that's part of the thrill of the coin roll hunting or the coin back hunting. So pretty excited about that. Wanted to go ahead and give you a final look here at the actual coin. So if we take a look, right here is the 1950. And then we have the 1966 and the bicentennial Canadian. Coming over here on the wheats, so, a little dirty. That 57 looks pretty good tone on that. And then taking a look here at the beautiful Indian head, look at that. Let's see if I can get a better focus on that for you. Here we go. Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. And then let me find it here, I'll flip it over. Let me see the back side of it. Look at that. Great shape. And then over here, I have 4 of the 2009 Ds that could have some air, so I always hold those out to the side as well. Wanted to go ahead and take you over and give you kind of one final look here. regarding the Forex. So soon I'll be kind of introducing some things that I watch and do. But as you can tell right now, if I can get a good close-up, silver right now, again, it's showing at about 16.96 cents. If you look off to the far right in this area over here, that right there is going ahead and kind of showing you the value. This is on a one-day chart, so you can definitely see the highs and the lows that it's going through. And on the bottom, I do have what we call the RSI, which is the relative strength indicator. And right now, if it is above the 70% mark, that top line down here, that is considered overbought and or overvalued. And then if it's below this number here of the 30, that's undervalued. Right now it's sitting in the middle, so as you can tell, as it's kind of whips on and just moving along sideways here with these candles, you can kind of see the movement here. So as it kind of made its rush where it was undervalued, it made a nice run where you can kind of see it happen here. And then obviously once it flipped over, you knew this is the area here. You got to be careful. It doesn't mean it still can't go up, but just be aware. But it had a pretty sharp drop. But once it drops and starts to break through, that's a pretty good indicator where you can start picking up silver if you're buying it from other vendors or eBay sellers. Right now it kind of came back through, broke through, but it's just kind of sitting right there in that median line. So we'll keep kind of a watch out on that and kind of keep some updates. So like I always say, it's bouncing between 1650, 1750 until we can see a real good breakthrough. We know we're going to be running into inflation and the devaluing of the U.S. dollar, which will be favorable for our metals, for our gold, silver, copper, zinc, nickel, and all of that. But right now, we'll just have to wait until all of that really start to show within the markets. And I've understood right now India has really imported a ton of silver, and the mining on silver is down a little bit from the big iron mining companies. So maybe that will, kind of come in and help us out in the silver area as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll go ahead and sign off for now. And my next one is going to be a bag of pennies from the bank. And I'm going to go out and turn some of this coin in that I have, the non-copper and my other dimes and things. And so that way I can buy some other boxes and bags of coins as well. So you guys take care. Have a good day. Please like, comment, subscribe, leave any feedback and anything that you want to see, or if you have any questions, and let's continue to support our coin collecting community. Everyone have a good day. And again, this is the final results for yesterday, November 15th, 2017. Have a good one, guys.